Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic, brought to you by ChiroSecure. I'm your host, Dr. Cathy, and today we are going to do a mid-year mindset check-in. It's the middle of the year, and it's time to really check in, not only where your mind is at, but where you are at. Where are you when it comes to your practice? Where is it when it comes to your personal life? Where are you when it comes to your relationships, your finances, your health? Now is a great time to check in, to really look at where you are and see if what you've been doing is taking you in the direction that you truly want to go. So, we're going to talk about outcomes today. We're going to talk about goals, and we're going to talk about how do we get there. Because all too often, I work with my clients, women, entrepreneurs, business owners, mompreneurs, professionals who are trying to get somewhere, and yet their daily habits are holding them in the same place. And if you feel like that's you, if you feel like you're stuck and you're just on the same treadmill doing the same thing, not moving forward, not getting anywhere, then it's because your habits are holding you back. So today, let's talk about how do you decide what is it that you want to attract into your life? What outcomes do you want? What goals do you have? And where do you see yourself by the end of this year? That's 6 months from now. Where do you see yourself a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? Do you want to still be in your practice? Do you want to change the leadership in your practice or your position within your office? Do you want to bring in associates? Do you want to join another team? Do you want to have a mentoring or a marketing or a coaching practice that's helping you, or where you're helping other people? See, the more you think about the big picture, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years down the road, the better you get at deciding what habits do I need to create right now. Because the habits that you're doing today were created months ago, years ago, maybe even a decade ago. And those are the habits that have led you to where you are right now. If that's where you want to be, fantastic. Congratulations. Keep doing those, but add a little shift to get a little bit better, or to go a little bit further, or to do a little bit more. If you're not where you want to be, understand that it is the decisions you made in the past, the choices you've already made, the habits you've developed that have gotten you to the place that you're at right now. So oftentimes when I'm working with my coaching clients, we look at how did they get to be in the position that they're in now, and what can we modify to get them in a better position soon, and then a better position later, and then a much better position further down the road. So let's talk about 1 degree of change, because if I wanted to walk across the room and I'm heading in a specific direction, but I change by 1 degree across the room, it's not going to make much of a difference. I might bump into some furniture, I might bump into my desk, but at the end of the walk, I still made it to the other side of the room. But if you were trying to go across the ocean, 1 degree of change across an entire ocean can take you to a completely different country than you set out to reach in the first place. And that's the kind of mindset shift that we need to have. It's not just about making this big, dramatic change that's hard to follow through with. It's about looking at the habits we have, the mindsets that we have, the words that we're repeating inside of our head on a daily basis, and what's coming out of our mouth, and therefore the actions that we're living within, and how do we change them to get us to where we want to be. Now, if you haven't sat down and thought about your goals or the outcomes that you're desiring, now is the time. It's time to sit down and plan out, who is it you want to become? What is it you want to do? What do you want to attract into your life? What experiences, what opportunities, what relationships, what business adventures do you want to attract into your life? And then how do we map it out backwards to get you there? And oftentimes what I find is it starts with a mindset shift. It starts with believing that you can be that person, you can do those things, you can have those experiences, and then programming your brain to anticipate those opportunities and to create new opportunities and to expect those opportunities to come to you, because it's all in the mindset shift. So what are you doing to create that new life? So I want you to think about what kind of habits you have right now and what we can start doing. If you're not already doing some form of gratitude practice, whether it's waking up in the morning and looking at pictures that are near your bed, or writing down when you wake up in the morning what you're thankful for, or last thing at night before you go to bed, keeping a list of what you're thankful for, or saying out loud, standing in front of a mirror, being grateful and giving gratitude for everything that you have and everything that you expect to receive in your life. And I'm not just talking about possessions and money. I'm talking about the personality that you have and the relationships that you've attracted and the networks that you're cultivating. The gratitude for what you have is what allows us to attract even more in. If we're walking around unhappy with our situation and the things that we've attracted in, then we're focused on the lack and the unhappiness, and we have a tendency to attract a lot more of that. But when we start to change our mindset and find the things to be grateful for and find the things to show gratitude toward and find the things to say, wow, what a wonderful life this is. I'm so fortunate to have experienced this, or to get to know these people, or to get to meet these people, or to get to help these people, or to get to acquire these gifts. When we have that kind of thankfulness in our life, then that's where our head goes, and our mind will start to bring us into that thought of all that we have, and will attract even more of that. So if you don't already have a gratitude practice, I would advise that you start your day or end your day in some form of gratitude. And then what about mapping out what you expect for your day? Have you ever sat down and written out what you expect to occur during that day? Today, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to spend some time with my kids. We're going to laugh and have some great jokes. We're going to have some deep conversations. I'm going to serve a lot of people today. I'm going to increase my network. I'll get to talk to more people. I'll get to help more people through mentoring or whatever it is that you want to do. If you start mapping out your day, then your brain is already expecting that to happen, and it will follow through. Your body will go through with the actions necessary to make that a reality, because your brain wants everything to match. So if you start mapping out your day, watch how quickly that will happen. I'll tell you, one of the first times I did this, I sat down, I wrote out that today's going to be a great day. I'm looking forward to meeting 10 new contacts to add into my network to help grow my businesses and my practices, and to help expand my reach. And before 9 a.m. that morning, I'd already met 11 people, 11 new contacts, 11 new business cards in my hand, 11 new people wanting to do business with me and wanting to help reach more people together with me, because I wrote it out. And already I set the tone for that day. So I would advise you that if you haven't done that before, then you might try doing that tomorrow morning. And then if it works for you, do it again the next day or next week. But have a habit that is going to allow you to start thinking bigger and attracting more. And so those two practices, being grateful for what you already have and being in expectation of what you expect to attract into your life, those two practices alone are going to change your life dramatically. And then it's the daily habit. So if you decided that you wanted to get healthier, what is a 1-degree shift that you can make? 1% more work, 1% harder, maybe even 10%. That small change adds up over time. You want to increase your practice? 1%. That small change, 1 degree, that small little bit is going to make a big difference. So whether it's your practice you want to work on, your professional life and your influence in your community, whether that's your relationships, your financial status, whether that's your relationships with your children or your team or your community, whatever it is that you want to change at this point, at this mid-year check-in, and you look and you say, what do I want to sit back at the end of the year and say, this is what I've accomplished? Look at how we can do it with small, manageable changes that you can do on a regular basis. So I love to help people really see more within themselves and overcome their limiting beliefs so that they can achieve their personal and professional goals, and so that they can really become the person that they know deep down inside that they were destined to be. And if that sounds like you, if you feel like you've been held back, or maybe you've got some beliefs that aren't really serving you anymore, or maybe you've got some habits that are so ingrained that you don't know how to change them, or you're just stuck doing the same thing over and over again and you don't seem to be getting anywhere. If you need help breaking out of that, reach out to me, because that's one of the things I really thrive on helping people to accomplish, is finding a better version of yourself, creating new patterns, and developing new habits so that we can build strategies to help you achieve your lifestyle goals, your leadership goals, maybe your speaking goals, maybe your business and personal goals, whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life. Sometimes it's just that mindset shift that's necessary. And often I find that you need some outside perspective where someone else can look at it and say, oh, this is your stumbling block. I've been there, or I've helped somebody get over that stumbling block before. Or maybe you need someone that can help you design better strategies and better systems so that you can get to your goal, where maybe right now you're looking at it saying, I can't really see how to get to that point in my life. Now, if we know what we want to do, it becomes a lot easier to go backwards and map out the steps to take so that you can get there. And this applies to every aspect of our life. Look around your office. Is your office exactly what you want it to be? Did you build it or design it or fill it with things that bring you joy? Look around your house. Does your house bring you happiness? Is it what you want? Can you make it more joyful to walk in your door? Look at the relationships that you're around. Are they lifting you up or dragging you down? And how can you make them more fulfilling? How can you add value to the lives of the people that you interact with on a daily basis so that ultimately that giving of value serves you as well and fills you back up so that you can go and continue to do it more? There's so many ways that we can tweak our life, and sometimes just having that outside perspective, or stopping and taking the time to really reevaluate where you are right now so that you can determine where you want to go and how to get there. Those are the things that really make our lives matter. And I know as a chiropractor, you live with such a great purpose and such a great vision and mission for your life to help so many other people. But now's the time to check in and make sure that you're serving yourself and helping yourself. So I put together a little checklist for you. If you'd like it, you can just go to my website. It's womensvoicesmatter.com/best-life. And if you just want to download that checklist to help you develop your best life, I think you'll find some value in it. And I welcome your feedback and your questions. So reach out to me. You can get to me through my website, or you can reach me on social media, Cathy Wendland. You can find me anywhere. But if there's anything that you're stuck with, don't let that be the end of your story. Find a way to get over that obstacle, get around that obstacle, or get through that blockade so that you can get to the next best version of yourself. And as always, if there's anything I can do, I'm so happy to help people, and I'd be happy to help you. Just reach out and let me know. But I want to encourage you to continue serving at high levels so that you can continue to serve your community, but allow some of that service to come back to you. Allow others to serve you. Allow some of that love that you give to your patients and some of that compassion that you have for others to come back to you and to fill you back up so that you can get out there and do the best that you can do on a daily basis. I know you're doing a great job out there. Keep doing it, but put some of that love back to you, because we all need that self-love, and we all need to allow other people to serve us and love up on us and give to us so that we can fill ourselves, so we can get back out there and help everybody else get filled up with our loving service. So I hope you have a great day. I hope that you continue to serve the people that you're serving, and be sure to serve yourself. And reach out to me if there's anything I can do. But for now, I'm going to just sign out and say thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic. Have a good mid-year mindset check-in, and I will see you next time. Take care.
Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. We hope you enjoyed this week's Facebook Live event. Please like us on Facebook, comment, and share. We look forward to seeing all of you next week for another episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic. Now, go ahead and hit the share button and tell your friends and colleagues about the show. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. This has been a ChiroSecure production.